Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for this week's edition of Euro Transfer Talk. Despite the lack of football, the continental transfer rumours are still flying around as fast as ever, so get your rumours into me at Mike McCubb or at EFD Squad with the hashtag TransferTalk on Twitter. Anyway, let's get straight into it. We begin at the San Siro as Inter Milan are apparently readying a surprise bid for Paul Pogba this summer. The Man United star has long been a target for Real Madrid and former club Juventus, but according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter are prepared to offer as much as £100 million for the 27-year-old. And while he has been previously valued by his club closer to £150 million, with just over a year remaining on his contract, this could be enough to secure a move. If he were to make the switch, Pogba would become the fourth United player to be signed by the Italian giant since Antonio Conte took the job last year, after Romelu Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez and Ashley Young. And apparently it won't stop there, with Conte also keen to sign Timo Werner as a replacement for Lautaro Martinez should he leave. But fans of the Nerazzurri shouldn't be getting too excited just yet, as Juventus' chief football officer Fabio Paratici has issued an indirect warning to clubs chasing Pogba. In an interview with Sky Italia, Paratici noted that the economic downturn set to hit the transfer market in the wake of the global health crisis could mean that clubs previously interested in the World Cup winner may no longer have the resources to fund his £290,000 a week wages. But what do you reckon? Can you see Pogba leaving Man United this summer? Let us know in the poll above. On the subject of Man United, reports this week suggest the English Giants could be about to raid the Bundesliga for one of its brightest young stars. And no, not Jadon Sancho. According to French outlet Lady Sport, United have already contacted the representatives of RB Leipzig defender Ibrahima Konate about a possible move. The French centre-back has sat out most of this season with injury, while most of the transfer speculation has revolved around teammate and compatriot Dayot Upamecano, who is a target for Arsenal, PSG and Barcelona. But Konate is nevertheless a big prospect, having been the key figure in the back line while Upamecano faced his own injury problems in 2018-19. And while his ball-playing abilities make him an attractive option for any club, his 6'4" build and aerial prowess would also make him a physical upgrade for Victor Lindelof at Old Trafford. But with his current contract running until 2023 and Upamecano more likely to leave this summer, it would no doubt take an inflated bid from the Red Devils to lure Konate to Manchester. Take this one with a pinch of salt. Before we move on to our next transfer rumour, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Euro Football Daily if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. We would really appreciate your support right now. Anyway, let's move on. It's the transfer story that refuses to go away, and while we're all pretty bored with it by now, the latest report to arise from the Neymar to Barcelona saga is so outrageous we simply couldn't ignore it. According to Mundo Deportivo, the Brazilian superstar is so desperate for a return to the Camp Nou that he is willing to take a 50% pay cut to help push the move through. Yes, that's actually what is being reported. Neymar currently earns around the equivalent of £600,000 a week at PSG, but is apparently happy to halve that to link back up with Leo Messi, after apparently rejecting a €100 million loyalty bonus from the French giants. According to the report, if the 28-year-old does return to La Liga, he will sign a contract with the same terms he had before he left Barca back in 2017. But considering last week's reports that PSG players had refused to take a pay cut during the global pandemic, we reckon this is a bit far-fetched. We might be wrong, but either way, the Blaugrana will surely struggle to match Neymar's market valuation of over €150 million. But that doesn't mean we won't be seeing countless more reports on this most outrageous of moves over the next few months. Sticking at the Camp Nou, Barcelona are also in the market for a midfielder this summer, and in recent weeks it has emerged that their prime target is Tottenham's Tanguy Ndombele. The Frenchman has had a tough year in North London, with injuries limiting him to just 12 starts in the Premier League, and before the season was postponed, became the latest player to get publicly called out by manager Jose Mourinho. And with Artur being strongly linked with a move away to Juventus, there could be a mouth-watering slot alongside Frenkie de Jong waiting for Ndombele at the Camp Nou. But according to the Telegraph, the 23-year-old, who cost Spurs a record £54 million last summer, is determined to stay and prove himself in the Prem. If their pursuit of Ndombele does fail, the Blaugrana could turn their attention to Miralem Pjanic, who has been tipped by some outlets as a possible makeweight in the potential Artur deal. But what would you do if you were the Tottenham midfielder, push for a move or stay put? Let us know in the comments below. Down at Sevilla, speculation is growing that the Andalusian club could be in for a French midfielder of their own once the transfer market reopens. Timo Bakayoko is still owned by Chelsea, but after loan spells at AC Milan and Monaco in the last 2 seasons, doesn't look like he will be returning to Stamford Bridge, and Los Palanganas are the latest club to be linked with his permanent signature. According to France Football, the club may have to battle PSG for his services, but with the French champions also interested in Thomas Partey and Wilfred Ndidi, Bakayoko is unlikely to be top of their shopping list. 26 this summer, the former Rennes man has just 2 years left remaining on his Chelsea contract, and he will almost certainly be available at a fraction of the £36 million which took him to Stamford Bridge back in 2017. Furthermore, with the Spanish side currently third in La Liga, the prospect of a return to playing Champions League football after more than 2 years out of the competition will surely be a factor should Bakayoko choose a switch to the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Watch this space. We finish off in Serie A, as it appears much coveted Napoli defender Kalidou Koulibaly is going nowhere anytime soon. Reports this week have suggested Liverpool are the new front-runners in the race to sign the Senegalese centre-back, with some sources even claiming they may use Dejan Lovren as a make-weight in the deal. But considering the 4-time Serie A Team of the Year member turns 29 this summer, these reports seem to contradict the Reds' transfer policy. Furthermore, Napoli are holding firm in their valuation of the centre-back, with Aurelio De Laurentiis not willing to negotiate a fee any lower than €100 million according to Gazzetta dello Sport, who claim that Real Madrid, Man United and Arsenal also remain interested in Koulibaly. With his current contract not up until 2023, it looks more and more likely that the former Genk man will see out his peak years in Naples. But how much would you be willing to spend on him if you were an interested club? Let us know in the comments below. So that's all we have time for on this week's Euro transfer talk, but what did you make of the rumours? Can you see any of them materialising? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and click on screen right now, as I'm sure it's another banging vid. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Euro Football Daily. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.